Oh shit. I don't know how well that's gonna work.
Matt says blame the programmer at Barracan.
No, that's my fault. I knew what that command did, and I did it anyways. Wasn't even thinking. Playing follow the leader.
Dash says back. Barracan says I'm not the programmer of TTS. Billy says I am not taking the blame this time. Loki Fishing says carrot.
Billy baited me into it. Billy did it. I was following Billy's lead.
Billy says refresh.
Refresh.
Everyone.
Good grief. What did I do? This is why I'm not allowed to touch buttons. If you got the frying pans, break
Not
out the
you, Ron.
break out the frying pan emotes if you got them. This is why Ron is the perfect example of why Ron is not allowed to touch buttons.
Filegeist says at Jimelli1 thanks for the gift sub, nerd. Baked Helen says what if I don't want to refresh, lol.
Yeah, everybody break out your frying pans. Yep, I earned them.
Jimelli yells lol.
I earned them.
Billy says lol Helen.
You can thank Barracan for being able to hurry up and
Youngin says hour till drop yeehaw.
nice. Yeah, you can thank Barracan
Dash
for
says
that.
runkle frypan runkle frypan runkle frypan runkle frypa.
Yeah, I deserve that one. So, yeah, I mean it's I catch a lot of criticism from guys who've been doing this a long time and they haven't been able to achieve the things that I've done here on Twitch. And it's because I'm willing to take chances. I'm willing to take chances and step out there and try it. If I fail, I fail. You know, for a long time, I felt like a failure when I didn't make it full time streaming. But really, it was just a godsend because it required me to step back and take a look at what I was doing, what I did wrong, where my mindset went wrong. And now we're definitely moving towards a position where that is my goal, is to get back to that, but not putting the burden or financial strain on my viewers to keep that going. I am actively looking for sponsors. So if you guys know companies, and I'll tell this to the stream, if you guys know of companies or anything like that, companies that are looking for somebody to test products, and believe you me, I stress test products. I'm not nice to things. You send things to me, I'm going to test them. Some things I will overexert. I will talk to the manufacturer about them, like cat claws rod holders. I learned the neat thing about cat claws is I'm a fabricator. I like to weld. So when I seen them, I had to have them. And then talking to Adam, um, I am not, just so y'all know, I am not sponsored by Cat Claws in any way, shape, or form. I am a member of Team Cat Claws. I have a discount code y'all can use. It's RCO10 exclamation point CC. But I endorse products that are good. I endorse products that I think
Randy
you
says
guys should
good
know about
evening
it.
everyone.
What's happening, Randy? I endorse products that I think you guys could use and enjoy. That's what I do. There's numerous times that I have gotten on here, and I'll tell you if they're good or bad. Like the chargers, the phone chargers I just got, they're horrible. Don't buy them. They're garbage. And I'll tell you that. And that's one of the things that makes it hard for people to want to work with me. I've had bait manufacturers.
Filegeist says enter your frontiersman Billy Mays era, Ron.
And I will be doing, once the YouTube stuff gets to happening more, I will be doing reviews for you guys on a regular basis. I am abusive to a lot of things. I'm the things that you see in this garage have, for the most part, stood the test of time, and that's why I have them. Because I buy things to use them, and I buy them just to meet a specific purpose, whether it's a tool, whether it's fishing equipment. I had a fishing company reach out to me some years ago. It's probably 4 years ago. Hey, we want to pro staff you or sponsor you to use your products, or to put our products out there. All right, send me some. So they sent me a whole box of stuff, and I said, you're talking to the wrong guy, because none of this stuff is going to work in my area. Oh, just try it out. It's innovative stuff. No, it is not. It doesn't work. It's horrible. It's garbage. I've tried it. Big Jim, Australia's Fishing, if we can get him a shout out. Australia's Fishing sent me stuff from Australia that worked better than this company's stuff did. I didn't display any of it on stream, because of the fact that I always try to test things out first. I mean, they sent me some plastics that were just these weird designs, and they would fall apart in the water. Like when you're going, like, I have a lot of weed structure here, so when you're pulling plastics through weed structure in my area, it's got to be able to hold it together a little bit. Like, you would literally catch a little bit of weed. So they had this a good example is they had their own version of the Senko worm, and one of the things that I'm readily known for is the wacky worm setup. It's where you take a hook, you hook the worm to the center, and you drag it, and the tail kind of flops, and you kind of drag it across the bottom.
Dash says that hot sauce Jim sent you worked great.
Whew, boy, you ain't lying about that. Buster's barbecue sauce, right on the label, it says may cause anal leakage, and it does. But they eat that stuff like it's going like weed. Tabasco sauce over here. But yeah, I couldn't have anything to do with them, and I
Filegeist says ha.
I sent them my review. I recorded a review and said, if you guys upgrade these products, we could talk. But I spent a week out fishing. This is before I was live streaming fishing. I spent a week out fishing, I was live streaming fishing. I was too. It was shortly after I started moving over to IRL, and I said, this stuff is horrible. I'm honest with people. I'm not going to. Your money isn't enough for me to lie to people to buy this product. You want me to attach my name to a product? I can't do that. I won't do that. I'd rather go to work, 60 hours a week and buy stuff that I know that works than endorse something that doesn't work, even if it makes it so I don't have to work as much. It's just the way I'm built. So if you hear me endorsing something, it's something good. Like these Ozark Trail Fat Boy chairs. Yeah. I've had this we've got two of them that we've had for like 8 or 9 years. And they have stood the test of time through all sorts of abuse, sitting outside. That one of them sits outside all year round, all summer. It comes in the garage during the wintertime just so that way I don't have to push snow around it. but they still haven't fallen apart. We keep saying we need to go get new ones, but I don't want to go buy new ones until these ones fall apart. They've been great chairs. You'll see many streams me sitting in this chair because it has just been a phenomenal chair. It's kind of cumbersome to carry around. It kind of stinks moving it around sometimes, but it's comfortable and it works. And it's from Walmart. And I don't think the price point has changed much on them. I think we looked at them last year and they were still like 40 or 50 bucks. I think we paid $40 for them each when we bought them. So I'm looking around my garage. DeWalt Tools could send me something. DeWalt Tools could send me something. That's what they could do. Send me some money and tools. Because Lord knows I've got enough money stuck into their tools. And I use them a lot.
DeWalt, Milwaukee, or Craftsman?
Honestly,
Zach Van Hoyven
I have
says,
DeWalt.
"Hi, Ron."
What's happening? I have DeWalt because my Mac Tools dealer, Black & Decker, owns DeWalt, and they own Mac Tools.
Milwaukee.
So, I don't know why.
Dash says same.
And I wanted something where all the batteries would interchange. Because I had like Snap-on impacts, I had Snap-on impact drivers, and they all had different batteries. Everything had different batteries. Everything I had different batteries. I had Hitachi stuff, I had Milwaukee stuff, and everything had different batteries because I was just buying tools as I needed them from whoever showed up first. Well, my Mac Tools guy, Mom and Pa Tool Sales, when he had this kit for $700, and it came with a Sawzall. It was all 20 bolt. Came with the Sawzall, the smaller leaf blower, the skill saw, the drill, the light, the speaker that I'm using, the impact driver, and a smaller shop vac, like a car style shop vac. It was $700, and it came with 2 batteries.
Zach Van Hoyven says, "Ron, my brother blew up the Pontiac."
Well, yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna last long. As soon as I heard it wasn't gonna last long. And that's why I've been DeWalt, because my DeWalt batteries are interchangeable with my Mac Tools. So I'll show you. I don't have many for Mac Tools because I tend to buy DeWalt because I'm not a professional mechanic or anything anymore. So the Mac is the high end stuff. That's as high end as you get in the Black & Decker line. Is the Mac Tool stuff. But the one
4 miles.
Well, he got lucky. He made it that far with the main bearing shot. That crank was jumping around in there like it was on a bungee cord. So DeWalt battery.
Matt
Mac
says,
Impact.
"I can't say what Pontiac stands for, unfortunately." Nice box.
And this is why I've stuck with DeWalt. I have tons of stuff DeWalt. I have probably 4 DeWalt drills, probably 5 impact drivers. My buddy Matt Olson, he switched over to Milwaukee because some of their...
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And interchangeable Black & Decker also. That's why.
Nice interchangeable.
That's the main reason I've stuck with them.
Youngin says, "Plus, that's all your son uses, so you more your babes extra tools and batteries available."
Well, that, and it's all my dad. My dad was a 40-year master carpenter, and that's all he swore by was DeWalt. When it came to cordless tools, it was DeWalt or nothing. So, to say I was slightly influenced, yeah, but I wasn't influenced enough to where I started out just all DeWalt. I pretty much bought whoever had the better deal. And finally, when you start having 15 different chargers for 15 different brands and 15 different types of tools, all over, like, I have this bench here that you guys can't see, and then the top of that toolbox was covered in different chargers. And one day I was just looking at it like, this has got to go.
Dar.
So, that was kind of the main deal for me. I mean, I still got some old school tools because I don't use them very often. Like I've got a old 1/2-inch hammer drill that still has a cord on it, but there's sometimes that, and I'll say this, there's times that battery powered stuff just doesn't have the power to get it done. It just doesn't. So, you know, I still have pneumatic tools that I use on a regular basis. I have, corded drills and grinders and stuff because you get to working on a big project, you get tired of shifting batteries out all the time. That cord is just the way to go, period. What were we doing? Oh, grinding the frame down for the 48, the mud truck. And we were running through batteries like nobody's business. And this is pre-Timu. So now I can get batteries for...
Loki Fishing says drilling into concrete is not a job for batteries. Zach Van Hoyvelm says, Ron, what do you think about the 6.0? She pulled the excavator like nothing today.
That was cute. Let me know when you get the gooseneck on there with all the equipment on there. And let me know how she does. Get the tractor up on there, the skid loader, and the excavator. Yeah. What do you mean I don't want a transmission in the rear end anymore? You better leave the big jobs to the dirges.
She's got a Wolo cube now. She can hold it.
Yep. No, I mean, as far as LSs and GMs, I've always been a fan of the 6.0s. When they put them in the 3/4 tons and 1-ton trucks, they did something right with those. Too bad it took Ford to design the motor, but yeah, it was definitely a smart move by them.
Lightweight.
So I like the 6.0s. The only problem is the bodies around them just fall apart completely. Great shipping crates. Everybody I know that had 6.0 Chevys, a few years back now, or actually I got one neighbor that went back to the 6.2 gasser. I got one neighbor that went to the 6.2 gasser. Everybody else went to the 6.4 Dodges. So I got 4 neighbors around here that all pull big campers on a weekend basis, and 3 of them went to Dodges last year, and one of them went back to a 6.2 3/4 ton Chevy.
Yeah, she has some weight reduction rust, but she's still pretty fast for being stock.
Stock and fast, not in the same category. Youngins got to learn. Stock and fast are not in the same category. That's what all them Lamborghinis and Ferrari guys all think. Oh, it's a Lamborghini. It's fast. And then some guy in a Fox body Mustang comes and blows his doors off. Yeah, or a guy in a EcoBoost truck. That was probably my favorite, is the guy who built the EcoBoost truck to go out and just start stomping people all over the streets. And he did until the cops got a hold of him. I believe that truck got impounded. And they took it off the road. And then they turned around and built a Coyote truck. A smaller, lighter Coyote truck. And I think the first thing they did after the EcoBoost was put a Coyote in a Ford Ranger. And we're out doing damage with that. So... Before I forget, there is something I need to fix, and I keep forgetting it. Oh, fishing gear. See, look, that light's already trying to get away. Swim jigs, jig heads. This is why you don't run into stuff with your snowblower. About another tip up, though. That's positive. Oh, Carolina rig, we need that. Old weight slider, we need that. I got to get some more of those for the summer. Let's see what I got, though, when I go through my fishing gear. So this was my impromptu chair last year for Street Machine Nationals because I forgot my Fat Boy chair. What is this belt for? Oh, that's the backup one for the Expedition.
Find them blue light yet?
Yeah. Yep, I did. So I got to figure out how to get that out of there without wrecking the tube, because of course it's on the backside. The light. So this is my catfishing light. If you haven't seen this, OG, you in here? OG. So this is the black light. These were some light pods that Sagiwanka Customs put us on when we were out fishing. And then I got these lights off of the old Ramazon because I wanted a black light for lighting up fishing rods at night for the purpose of streaming. So you take your DeWalt battery or your Mac Tools battery. Oh, that one's dead. And take your old DeWalt battery and you throw her in there. Boom. The only thing is, if you do this setup with these adapters, you've got to make sure you check your battery. You get down to the last bar. So DeWalt tools, Mac Tools, Black & Decker, any tool you use, doesn't matter. Ryobi, Milwaukee, any of that stuff that you use, they have a regulator in them to prevent the batteries from being overdrawn dead. So that being said, you have to make sure you keep track of your battery life. Because if you do not, you can ruin your battery. So.
Ow, my eyes.
I didn't feel a thing. I'm looking for something with a whole lot of nothing. Looking for something. Oh, I know what I was going for. Where is that? It? That's her. We'll need a needle nose vice grips. Bada boom, bada bing. And we'll need a DeWalt battery. So what it is, it's got this little rivet on the back here that you guys can't see. Show you here in just a second. got this little rivet back here that broke loose out of this little bracket. So what I'm going to do is cut this rivet off. I'm going to hold it with a, I may not even have to hold it because it seems to have, once you pull it out a little bit, it locks itself. Well, we're going to do it anyways. But I'm going to cut this rivet off and push it back through the other side. So that way I can at least somehow cut away from the fabric. I like this chair. It's actually really comfortable. And I bought it for dirt cheap at Menards. Oh, look at here. Guess what I found? This is Youngin's favorite fishing pole. Youngin, ain't this your favorite fishing pole right here? Right here?
Flynar asks, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you? We need a battery. We need the old, oh, this is Mac Tools too. This is this is one of my favorite tools that I bought from Mac Tools.
Youngin says, don't forget your safety squints while cutting.
We always wear the safety squints. I got them on all the time. So I'm going to do, put the vice grip on here.
I can feel the weld already.
So I was helping Youngin move Saturday.
Flynar asks, someone killed Jorgen in the States too?
I was helping Youngin move on Saturday, and I was messing around, and I didn't really like hit him with that noodle rod. I hit him, but I didn't like intentionally try to whack him with it. And I caught him with it, and he's like, "Man, that hurts." It's like it's a willow branch. I'm like, "Whoa." I didn't feel a thing though. So what I'm going to do is, let me turn here. So what I'll do is
Jorgen is a Norwegian name.
First of all, this is charged, so let me plug in the streaming phone. This is another DeWalt adapter, but it's for the power wheels, so it knocks it down to 12 volts. It'll make the battery last longer. I'm actually going to put one on the lights to do the same thing. Plug this in. I don't know how well you guys can see this. Where's my phone? Can you see that? See what I'm doing here? Barely. So if you're wondering what the safety squints are, it's where you squint really well so you don't get nothing in your eyes. That's all we practice around here. So if you're one of them hardcore safety people, this was probably not your stream. Yes, I know I'm supposed to be family friendly, but this is how I grew up doing it. This is how we're going to keep doing it. Just like that. Cut that button end off of there. Throw it in the garbage pile. Now this should just pop out this side.
18 plus.
We're working towards family friendly. Except the fabrication part. Alright. Put these away because we don't need these again. I got to get in this habit. Put them away when I'm done with them. Especially if I know I'm not going to use them again. I need a punch. Or an awl of some sort. Where's my handled awl? Oh, we can use the pick. We're not putting that much pressure on it. I need to get some new awls. My steel awls, I think I've wrecked them all. So now I need to push this out. Just like so. And now I need to find a bolt to fit in there. scraper. My Welper leathers. Well, I used to wear them things all the time. I should start wearing that again. Go get a new set of Welpers. I don't think I got the one pair left. My Welpers become
Youngin says I missed the alright command. I tried to get you with it the other night. It must have been taken off.
The alright command, that only used to come in from Donos, but we got rid of that one.
Flynar asks, beginning to get a lot of viewers. Did you UI someone, or are you just popular now?
I don't know.
Bye.
Okay. Have a good day.
Youngin says, hydrate, sir.
You just getting bored playing with buttons or what? We need a bolt. Small one. Hum da da dum dum. Hum da dum 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 dum. I could rivet it, but where would be the fun in that? Honestly, because I don't know where my rivet gun is. Is it up here? Is that my leather? Nope, that's torch kit. I don't even know where my rivet gun went. I need to get a new one.
Flynar says, just kidding, I am happy for you. You're a great guy. Loki Fishing says, carrot. Youngin asks, maybe I am what's it to y'all?
Well, just I promise not to tell people you smell funny. Okay? I promise not to tell anybody how funny you smell. That looks like about the size we need right here. We'll do this measuring stuff off the old Freedom units. That looks like about the right size right here. Whoo, good guess. And grab a couple of washers. These are the dudes I'm going to need.
Half-Ass said Garage says, looking better.
Getting there. Kind of wore out from today.
Youngin says, don't worry, if you don't, a Dash Life will.
So
Dash says that Og Burnout is here now.
Where's my... Oh, I bet you I used the last of that when I did that head gasket job. I don't think I got any Loctite left. Dang it. Dang me, dang me.
OG asks, I was heating up dinner. What did I miss?
So, I guess we're just going to improvise because I believe I've used all my Loctite.
Flynar says, ERRRRRRH, dang it.
So, this should be long enough.
Loki Fishing says, who runs out of Loctite? Unfollowing.
Hey, I got Gorilla Grip though. For this particular application, it'll work just fine, sir. I always have something. I got plenty of duct tape if need be, and baling wire. Don't you sweat none of that. What? No way. Ain't even gonna be long enough. Back to the drawing board. Who doesn't grab a long enough bolt? You guys should just find another stream.
Loki Fishing says, spit on that thing. Youngin says just cross-thread it, same thing. Dash says what did you want OG for?
I don't know. I didn't know I needed him.
Kleinar says Hawk Tua. Half-Assed Garage says we can bring the ratchet straps that will work too, I'm sure.
Problem is, I don't know if I have a long enough bolt the right size for that dude.
Randy asks what was the Twitch name of that guy who was there for the Crawdad Boil.
That was Half-Assed Garage. They're in the chat. And then my youngin.
Dash says you asked if he was in here.
Oh, I was showing him the light. He was asking me about the light setup that I made for fishing. So, I have to hold on
Randy
just...
says, that's right.
How do I...
Local Fishing says run a zip tie through it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but what I can't... Here's what I can't figure out. All the nuts and bolts and screws I have in here, and I don't have the longer
OG
ones.
says sound alert test.
Are you kidding me right now? What about this one? Let me guess. This nut is not going to fit on there. No, that's not even close. Not even close.
Hey, Nick! There's food over here! Nick! Hey!
I gotta have at least one longer one somewheres in this mess. That's not gonna be big enough.
Okay.
Nope.
Still not updated. I'll go fix it now.
Okay.
Luger wife yells yo.
Yo. I'm like messing all sorts of stuff up right now. I can't find anything I'm looking for. It's time for some redneck ingenuity. I've had enough. So, means I don't have the right bolt. Looking here in the old bucket of bolts. What do we got going on down here? Do I got 2 buckets of bolts?
What else is new?
Hey. Well, will that dude fit? If that dude fits through there, I can make this work. I can make it work. Do you fit in there? If I aug you out a little bit, you would. Yeah, why not? I don't know, that's pretty thin right there, though. That's my fear. There's not much metal up top there. Does a feller chance it? No, better not. Because then I'll sit on it, and I'll end up on my tuchus, and everybody will laugh at me. They're all
Just
going to
stopping
laugh
in
at
for a
you.
quick hello. Heading back home tomorrow.
Ah. Well, I hope you enjoyed your stay. They're all going to laugh at you. Ron Cleveland and his bucket of bolts.
OG says okay. Second test.
Ron Cleveland and his bucket of bolts. What about that one? Well, I don't know how well that's going to hold, because that kind of seems awfully small, thin-wise. That is really thin. A lot of slop in that one. I don't know. We're gonna try.
Hey,
What?
there's food over here!
Well, no kidding.
Hey!
Really?
Hey!
That's all you got?
Your mom ever teach you not to play with your food? Just eat the damn thing! What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, them are too big. There's something seriously wrong when you say the nuts are too big. I think I got smaller nuts.
Combined 2 to make 1.
Right on.
Dash says love it.
Well, that'll work for now. We'll see how she does. One of two things is going to happen. It's either going to hold or I'm going to be sitting on the floor.
Half-Ass Said Garage says just weld it. OG says we need more of those alerts.
Well, more people just got to clip my impromptu stuff.
Use some JB weld. Dash says Gorilla Tape.
Ruger wife says we had a blast. Today LMA toured a college and loved it, and we also went to the zoo here. Had a great family day.
Right on. The Rugers have decided they're going to abandon me here in Minnesota.
Youngin says I do like to comment, but I have to tell myself family friendly.
Yep. That's the best part. Now I can say all sorts of stuff. So here's where the complicated part is, because this...
Dash says at Ruger wife, that's awesome. You guys deserve that.
Boy, that moves a lot in there. That's a little better. Does that move that much? No, that doesn't move at all. Not liking that.
OG says I've been thinking about adding a swear buzzer too. Dash says at R3 to Nectar, I feel your pain. OG asks thoughts?
A swear buzzer? I don't even know what that is.
Ruger wife says not official yet there, sir. Doc, but highly likely, especially if she decides to go to this school.
I'm going to have to bribe her. I have to bribe her. I don't know with what, but I'll figure it out.
OG says 1 second.
Make it like the buzzer on Family Feud. All right, so how's the feller going to do this? Because this is too thin. It wouldn't be so bad, but it has to pivot on it. That's the problem we're having. Well, this whole side is loose. But if you leave it too loose, what it's going to do is aug that... it'll aug that hole out eventually. I don't even have a rivet big enough for that. Thank you.
DA at MH Captain.
So these aren't quite long enough, but they're the right width. Those are too big. That's going to be too. This, on the other hand, this dude right here, that might be just what I'm looking for right there. Might be a little bit too big, but I might be able to work this. But do I have big enough nuts for it? That's the question. Well, those nuts are too big. Got cheer. That one might even be a little better.
Youngin says, got any roll pins? You cold bend on either end.
No, I don't have any of those either. So I need to get this garage cleaned out so I can restock inventory. A lot of my good machine screws are gone. That might be the one there. That might be the ticket. When in doubt, check the junk drawer out. About this. Will you go on there? Will you go on there? That the same as that? Not quite. The same as that? Nope. How about we go through here? Barely, but you go. America. Hopefully this one will work. Hiya. Yeah. Get on there. Come on, Mio. Yeah. Let's go. Washer. Well, thank you, Lord. That might be just the right one right there. That could be just the right one.
After 216 miles, I finally get to turn off of I-90.
Now we're going to need a flathead screwdriver. And I think that's a 3/8. Maybe there's a 5/16.
Barrican says all I have to say is what in the billy? We have a Coke Zero shortage up here in Canada. Billy says LMAO, don't blame me.
I got them all. Was 3/8. Why did I just go with my first? Because I'm special. That's why. Meantime, I can turn this in though. Oh, I gotta give that to OG too. He might want it, probably not, but it's the original switch panel for the van. Put that in a box of stuff.
Barrington says I live 4 places. All the shelves are empty of Coke Zero. Lots of Coke and Diet Coke. Kinda annoyed.
That one moves quite a bit, and that one don't. That one's probably gonna pop on me eventually, but we'll wait until she does. In the meantime, tighten this up a little more.
OG asks what was that thing you were holding? Barrington says I have some non-family friendly words for you in Discord.
What, for me? I mean, my bad, bro. Wait, is that my full one? Oh no, this is a full one. No shortage around here. I'll just throw that little extra wash out in the can, because I got plenty. I got 2 more cases in the house. Put a little of this here Gorilla Grip on there. Keep that from backing down.
You do remember I know where you live, right?
Yeah. I do know that you're a computer nerd and you're too lazy to drive this far. Barrican will be at my house tomorrow when I get off of work. But what'd you say?
Billy says boom.
He'll be at my house tomorrow and be like, what'd you say? All my Coke Zero loaded up in the back of his truck.
OG asks, but being on the no-fly list, how would you get there?
How long does it take this stuff to dry? So I gotta wait 2
Johan
minutes.
says at Barrican, I'll get your address and mail you a present.
Hurry up and wait for this to dry a little so I can see if I break it and fall on the boom. Just caught myself. Says you got to wait at least 2 minutes. Takes 24 hours for it to fully cure. I'll be adding a bolt into this other one after it breaks. I'm not going to mess with it until it breaks. Mossy Oak Country DNA.
OG says 24 hours should be waited then.
Well, it's 2 minutes, and it says 2 minutes. It'll be partially dry enough to continue doing what you're doing. We're going to see. Why not? It's not anything structural. It's just going to keep the nut from backing off. Now watch, I'll find another bottle of Loctite as I'm cleaning the garage. Like, Uncle Fester had a farm.
Oh, I just texted you my problem I had at work yesterday.
Yeah. That's about every day for me. All right, let's try this out. I'm kind of curious. Wish me luck. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right there. I like this one a little bit better than that one because it sits taller and it reclines back a little bit. So I can sit here and be like, what up? My friend Blinky.
Loki Fishing says gotta lurk and get some rest. Take care and thanks for sharing, bro. Later, chat.
Appreciate you, brother. That's my friend Blinky. I don't know what the schedule is going to be Wednesday and Thursday, just to give you all a heads up. I've got 4 days of grinding out farms, so yeah.
Wee Gobi says lots of progress on the G-Rag.
Yeah, the old garage is getting cleaned up. Got half the basement done today too. But I got to get this cleaned up so I can get the other stuff out of the basement. Because one of the things that I have is my big tackle table. My big giant tackle table. And we're going to need that out here.
The yearly cleanup, I remember we did this last year.
Ruger White
It's
says I'm
been-
gonna head out. Catch up later.
Okay. Yeah, it's been like 2 years since we've actually done this. Because last year didn't really have
American
to.
asks, is the middle stuff just going to the trash?
Some of it.
Dash says at Ruger White, have a great night and vacation.
So usually what I do is I pile the garbage up. I just throw it on the floor. And then what I'll do is I'll shovel it up and then throw it out the dump trailer. Courtesy of Dash Life, I don't have to wait for the garbage man to show up, so I'll be able to do all this in one shot. I don't have a whole lot of garbage. I just got a lot of stuff that's getting moved into storage. You guys remember I used to have a 10 by 10 shed over there, just a tin one that I used to store a lot of stuff in, as far as lawn equipment, things like that. And this year, or last year, we had to get rid of it because it was coming apart. And the neighbor with their little girl and the kids that run around here, I didn't want somebody getting hurt on it. And sheds are really expensive, so I haven't replaced it. It was just cheaper to rent the neighbor lady's garage from her apartments because she's not renting. She has a duplex over there, and she's no longer going to rent the garage out because the every time she does, the tenants leave the garage is piled full of crap. So she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to mess with that. So she was just going to kind of use it to store some of her stuff in there when I offered to take care of the lawn over there. And then this last weekend, I made a deal with her to rent the entire garage. So it's cost me $75 a month to rent the one half. The other half, I just got to mow the grass and keep the snow removed. One of the projects we're going to be working on in here is I have a Ryobi 6500 generator that
Sweet Gobi says sweet deal. OG says at Madda 9.
I have a Ryobi 6500 generator that I sold to my buddy Fatty because he needed it. He needed one bad for his mom's place to run some stuff. And it was one of them deals where he didn't want to just use it because if it broke or something happened, he didn't want to have to try and feel like he had to replace it. So I'm like, whatever. And he called me and asked me because I could use it anytime I want, but he's like, well, do you want to buy it back? Yep, I do. I said, actually, I got some streaming money to buy a generator, and a 6500 is way overkill. But I like that generator. It worked good. It was way bigger than anything I ever needed. But the bonus part of that will be now I have more power than I need, and I just got to figure out how to make it quieter because this thing is obnoxiously loud. I have some ideas. I've got some foam board. I got some like 4-inch foam board, 4-inch thick foam board in the storage garage over there. So I've got a couple of ideas. The main thing will be, having circulation to keep it cool and then building a cart for it all to sit on. And honestly, the main reason I wanted it back is because what happened this year ice fishing. I want to make sure it's never going to happen again. Originally, we were going to get a Predator 3500. And then we decided that we would hold off on that because we are going to be doing another camping van, but going back to a minivan on this channel. And I wanted to be able to have money on hand to go and get that thing built and put together right away. Because I'll have to buy some lumber for it, and I've got to buy some storage containers for it, and a DC to DC charge controller, because I'll have lithium in there. That's pretty much the way I'm going to be charging the batteries in this minivan is DC to DC. I thought about putting solar panels on it, but I don't want to mess with that because a lot of times I park and park the van underneath the wooded area so that way the sun's not beating down on it and it keeps the heat off of it. So solar panels are kind of pointless at that time. And when I'm driving to places, it's like it's on my Amazon wish list. We need to create a link just for the wish list because a lot of people are like, well, how do you get to the wish list? And you go into the socials links and all that. We need to have just a direct link that flies through the screen on just for the Amazon wish list, because that's the kind of stuff that helps me out a lot too. Jim Mao is actually notorious for it. I put stuff on my wish list and it's something that'll advance the stream. He was really good about it, and there's stuff on there that I need to clean that list up too. While I'm thinking about it and we're sitting here, let's see. Let me see. Guys, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. I'm Justin Videos is putting in some serious work over there on the shorts. Just check out the shorts. You know, no, not my shorts. Well, they are my shorts. That just doesn't sound right. Why would YouTube do that?
Barrican says I'll get John to update that.
Thank you. Let's see. Where's the old Ramazan? Ramazan. Let's see. I got to click on where's the little people dude? There he is. I'm going to try something different for air conditioning this year also.
I also need that hot dog video.
Go on the TikTok and get it. There's a couple of things on here. It's going to be a spendy venture, but I'm going to save up and I'm going to do it. Because so EcoFlow makes a portable air conditioner that runs off of batteries, but it's their batteries that it runs off of. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, don't delete that. We need that. We can delete that. We don't need that. We definitely don't need that. Boy, I got a lot of cleaning up to do here. I don't think we need that anymore. Those will always come in handy. That will definitely come in handy. Those always come in handy. That always comes in handy. That would be nice to have for the fish house. Those always come in handy. Yeah. So the top items that are on there, like there's a 500 watt power inverter and then a 3000 watt power inverter. The 3000 watt is for powering bigger items like the air fryer, the coffee maker. That's for the fish house. The 500 watt inverters for the van
Big Daddy yells at Ogburnout. Command rules has been edited.
Thank you. The 500 watt or the 500 watt power inverter is because Laser Beam borrowed us one this winter and it runs everything I need it to run. And it has very little battery consumption. So I can run my Starlink off of it and I can do everything that I need to do off of that. The EcoFlow system will be a standalone system that is on there. You'll see there's also a Max Air fan, just because there's days that I'm not going to really need it. The EcoFlow system is something that I've watched on YouTube, has gotten really good reviews, but I think it would be ideal for van camping as opposed to cutting a hole in the roof. And the 12 volt AC units are more than this system. The 12 volt AC units are pretty close to $3,000 for the Dometic ones, because everybody says get the Dometic one. That's the one they recommend. By the time you buy the entire kit, it's almost $3,000. So, I mean, this is a little cheaper and I think it'd work a lot better. And that's why I chose that. Phone clamps, I use them all the time. There's a fishing cart there. There's a 400 watt solar system that I would like to put on the fish house. A DeWalt light. My son, I bought him one for Christmas. I really like his, so I'd like to have one. Should be just nice for like when I'm in my canopy, when we're cooking at night or something, lighting up the canopy. It would just be really, really ideal to shove a DeWalt battery in there, and it's got these extendable grabbers. I don't know how to describe them, but they're made for grabbing onto the hood of a car and working on the hood of a car. But I measured it out and it would work really good in my canopy. So, especially when I got to cook under my canopy, or now with the minivan, I can put it on the back hatch instead of trying to use my phone light or something like that. So when I'm cooking out of the back of the minivan, it'll work phenomenal. New tripod setup. Mine are old and janky. They still work, but they are in horrible shape. That'll probably have to be an investment before the summer. And then, yeah. The diesel heater is a portable diesel heater setup. It's more so I can move it in and out of things. It doesn't have to be a permanent setup. And I just like diesel heaters. But it looks like they are completely out of stock on them. I'll let them sit for a while, see if they come back in. Other than that, yeah, I don't have a whole lot on the older Amazon wish list. And charging cords are always a thing around here. I've killed 3 of them over the winter, so.
OG asks, did you want a separate wish list command for in chat, or did you want it added to your website?
Well, you can put one on the website,
Or
and
both?
both. Both would be nice. If you guys have any ideas for the wish list too, something you think that would make things work. I use the wish list.
URL, please.
I don't know how to get that. Okay.
Dash says, have a great night, everyone.
You too, sir.
Barracan says, mod chat.
Thank you.
OG says, never mind. Barracan says, night dash.
Oh shoot, I screwed up. Can I get a mod to start looking for a raid, please? I'd like to be done in 9 minutes, but if you need more time, do not rush it. Find somebody. I've got to get to sleep because I have to be to work at 4 in the morning. Let's see. Billy gave me some reading material.
Big Daddy yells at Ogburnout. Command, wish list has been created. Barrakin says check the sponsorship team channel. That stuff Billy sent you is outdated LMAO.
Believe it or not, that kind of stuff right there, I'm looking at it right now. That is the kind of stuff that people used to do. And that's how I ended up getting an association with things like Pit Boss, Lou's Fishing Equipment. That's how I became pro staff for Lou's. I absolutely love their stuff. That's why for the longest time I had the only titanium bait caster in the state of Minnesota, is because of stuff like that. That is awesome. Yeah, and I mean, you guys know the kind of stuff that I do. So if we can get some people on board here that really want to get involved and have me legitimately test this stuff out, I am for it. I am all for it. You know, if we can make some money on the stream to where I can get back to going full time and actually put this stuff to real world use, I'm all for it. You know, I'm not opposed to going out and camping out in tents and sleeping on cots and testing out sleeping bags. I'm not opposed to any of that stuff. Anything outdoors, mechanic wise, whatever. I don't do a whole lot of mechanic stuff now, but I mean, I could be inspired. Find me a real estate tycoon that wants to have me advertise real estate for him. Yeah, I just need a shop, dude. I need like a 6-bay shop. You got one of them? Why 6 bays? Because I got a lot of junk. So like 3 of the bays are going to be like junk. One of the bays will be tools, and the other 2 will be for me to work on stuff. And we need like 16-foot doors because I want to be able to pull my fish house in the shop and work on it instead of worrying about freezing in the cold. Sounds about right, right? Suits my mentality. Sleeper Chris, what's happening?
Got a raid.
All right. I appreciate y'all, everybody. I've got to get some sleep. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening to my story. If you're new here, I do a variety of stuff. There's no stuff set in stone. Getting this garage clean is definitely a priority. Getting the studio set up for doing sermon Sundays. We're working on a few
says time
things.
to go home.
So I greatly
Bake
appreciate
Helen
y'all.
says night all.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you. Make sure you have your notifications on because I am a truck driver, so
Billy
my
says
schedule's
night
always
all.
set. Make sure you're in my Discord because if you're planning on watching me on tonight and if something happens at work that I can't make it, it will be in my Discord, but I promise I usually make up my streams, whether on a Friday or a Saturday or whatever. I don't short you guys any hours that I promised you. So with that being said, I greatly appreciate you. God bless you. Have a phenomenal night. Go ahead and send it, sir.